Hi guys, Happy New Year. Welcome to the first vlog of 2018, which is a house tour. I've been asked by, I think, Mickey Blue to do I want to say it's Mickey Blue, I will correct it if that's not right, who'd asked me for a house tour. Now, I never actually thought my house was that interesting because it's quite a small house. There's not a lot going on that anybody would want to have a look around, but happy to show you, so let's get into it. Okay, so I'm currently sitting on the stairs in order to show you this entrance hall, and there really isn't a lot going on in here. So only a few things of note. So that lamp, so this lampshade here, I got from Bespoke Binny. And I wanted something that had a little bit of African inspiration behind it. Okay, so right now I'm standing in the hallway, so when you come in, this is what you see, and on that wall is basically nothing. When I had this house originally refurbished, this wasn't here, this was kind of on that wall over there, so when you walked in it would be dark, and the only way that you could turn on the lights is to walk further into the house to turn on the lights. So I had this light switch moved. I have our coats, so Faith's coat is just there. Actually she's got another coat there, and then she's got a hat up there. Anyway, so this is where we hang our coats. So it's a bit messy, but I don't have anywhere else to store them, so that's where they go. This is the living room, and this is where you often see me filming videos. So here's baby Faith having a little bit of a protest as not seeing me, but hopefully she'll settle while I do this video. So this is our couch, and this is where, well, it's just a couch. I really like this couch initially because I like the fact that there was some wood paneling along the side. The design of it I really like, and it's sort of like a mid-century type of sofa, I would say. And aside from the fact that, you know, the quality is not great, it does actually look good. And then here is some stools. These are this is literally just a tree trunk. It's not varnished or anything, and I got it from Etsy. It was shipped all the way from Poland, and well, I should have moved that bottle of water, but I was basically drinking that bottle of water. And then here we just have a lamp. I quite like the shape of it, and I always wanted one of those big massive dome lamps, but I kind of settled on this because the room is actually not that big to allow you to kind of have that kind of domed lampshade. Okay, and then mentioning the stools, I also have another one over here. So this one I got from Etsy. I originally got this one, and this one is from TK Maxx. I know, sweetie. This one is from TK Maxx. And then because I really liked it, I thought, oh, I'd actually like another one. So that's why I got the other one from Etsy, and I've got another one somewhere else. This feature wall, I've probably mentioned before about how I'm not a big fan of it, but I wanted, once it was painted, I wanted it painted over because I just didn't like the aggressiveness of this purple, because I do like the colour purple, but I just felt that it was too aggressive for the room, but I was vetoed. And I wanted to get a fireplace reinstated here, more so for decorative purposes rather than for warmth, but I just never got round to it because we ran out of money and we were just broke by the time we got round to finishing the house. It was to build these units into the alcoves, so there's all along here, and the reason we did that was because you know, there's not a lot of storage space in this house, so the intention was that we would then build one over here, but because if you can see the radiator, it ingresses into that wall quite a bit. Let's go closer so you can see. Yeah, so it goes into that wall quite a bit. So if we were to build the storage unit across, it would cut off half of the radiator. And I just figured we might as well just get a unit that will fit this and would be sort of like in keeping with the rest of the room, which we never got around to, but that's by the by. And then over here is what you see when you stand on this side of the living room. So you can see we don't actually have any window coverings here, and the reason we don't is because I wanted to get plantation shutters. I know, sweetie, I know. We wanted to get some plantation shutters, but we didn't in the end because we wanted to extend the house outwards, so by another 6 meters, and then have bifold doors going all the way across. But we're thinking of moving, so we probably won't end up actually doing that. And so that's why I'm doing this video now, because it's likely that we might not be in this house by the end of the, well, definitely not by the 2019. That's the intention. So, and because we wanted to do that extension, I didn't want to pay for Plantation Blinds, because, you know, then if you've ever had them installed in your house, you know that they're not cheap. So I didn't want to waste the money just for the sake of something, a temporary window covering. The downside of not having any window coverings there, I know, is the downside of not having any window coverings is that when it's dark, you can't see what's in the garden. But if somebody was in the garden, they could see you. And so for the longest time, I was like really scared and paranoid. But the thing is about our garden is we're not overlooked by anybody. There's like there's no way for you to look into our house from the garden unless you literally climbed over the fence, which, you know, if somebody did, then we're in trouble. Okay, so this, I better be quick because the battery's about to die. So as I said, we built these alcoves, and then I just have a few things on this on these shelves here. So these elephants are something I've had for ages, and most of these ornaments are from TK Maxx, and the frames as well. But a lot of these, some of these also from Ghana. So that's from Ghana, that's from Ghana, and those three up there are from Ghana. And yeah, I think that's it. Everything else is from TK Maxx. And then moving over here is where we have the dining room, and, you know, nothing, well, I say dining room. So basically, originally, this was all one, 3 rooms. So there was a wall here going across here, and so you wouldn't have been able to see the kitchen. And so we knocked down that wall to open this out because we knew that we wanted an open plan feel. So this whole kitchen is actually from IKEA. It was like the cheapest one that we could get. If you know anything about our refurbishment woes, you will know that we ended up with a lot of cowboy builders. We ended up with cowboy builders and we ran out of money. So in order to get this project finished, we just got the cheapest IKEA kitchen that we could get. Although it still ended up being about £4,000, including all the appliances, I should say. So there's not a lot of space in this kitchen in terms of storage units. So we've only got those 2 here. And then obviously the fridge, freezer, dishwasher, etc. And then on this side, we have like additional storage. So what it does is actually force you to be very minimalist with the things that you buy, because you know that you don't have space. So going to Costco is kind of a non-starter for me, because I just don't have the space to keep big bulky items for a long time. So we just have these 2 mirrors, which are from TK Maxx. The color theme is not really what I wanted. I actually wanted these walls to be grey. I'm not sure if I've mentioned it before in a previous video, but I initially wanted I took the paint to be color matched, and I didn't I didn't check the color match. So when I gave the paint to the painters, they painted it and I came home and it was this color. And I also, I think we'd agreed, Ross has this thing about having a feature fireplace, feature colour in the house. And it's something I didn't mind, but obviously when I came home and I saw that we've now got ice blue, which is not the colour that I wanted, so the colour match had gone completely wrong. And then against this purple, I was like, oh God, I really need this like repainted. But because, as I said, we'd run out of money, we had to just live with it. And then we just said, you know, in a few years' time, we'll repaint it. But unfortunately, Ross is actually in love with this purple. So, you know, we have a lot of disagreements about repainting it. So, which is so weird because like he never wears this sort of color, or like, yeah, anyway, I don't know why he likes it, but he just does. So that's that. So as you can see, the house is fairly small. It's about 900 square feet. Yeah, which is about I think it's about 84 square meters. Anyway, so here we have the garden. So this is really this is the only entrance out to the garden, and it's fine when, you know, it's just us two, but when we have like lots of visitors around, and in the summer when we've had people around, it's quite narrow. So obviously over here is where you do all the cooking, and you know, people getting past you kind of makes it a bit awkward. So that's the one of the downsides of having this sort of galley kitchen. And then this is the garden, so it's basically a bit of a mess, and it's also a bit of a dumping ground now, so you can see. Anyway, so that's the end of that. That's the garage there. It's kind of leaking and everything, so you know, it's something I just don't think about anymore, because, you know, as I said, we intend to move. So completing the downstairs is going upstairs, and these this carpet, initially what I wanted was a sort of like a feature carpet, I would say, but in the end I think I got talked out of it by I can't remember who talked me out of it. Oh yeah, I remember now, because I wanted a specific carpet and I never managed to get hold of the manufacturer of that carpet, so in the end I just settled with the grey. So up here is our bathroom. It's the tiniest bathroom. Whenever I go to other people's houses, I'm so jealous of how big their bathrooms are, but it really is tiny. At the time, I didn't really have a problem with the smallness of the bathroom, because, I mean, really, it's a bathroom. How long do you really spend in here? But obviously in the mornings when Ross and I were getting ready to go to work together, we would kind of be bumping into each other. So that's the downside of obviously having a very small bathroom. Nothing of significance really about this bathroom. And then just behind here is a towel rail. So that's that. And then moving from there, and then in here is our spare room. And then this is, I probably will get rid of this desk, but I had it before in a in the room that is now Faith's bedroom. And I'm not quite sure what to do with this chair, because it's kind of ugly, and I'm not sure if I can paint it. Can I use fabric paint or something like that just to make it a bit more interesting, or maybe like reupholster it? I don't know. That's for another day. And then this is just our as I said, spare room, so nothing really interesting going on here. Blowing. In here is Faith's bedroom. So I meant to make something more interesting of this room. The only interesting thing, because the original theme was supposed to be gold, pink and white, and a few spots of grey, but I just never got around to it. Anyway, so this is you know, I really like this rug, so that's the only really splash of colour that you get in here. And so over here is just her changing station, and this is just a unit that I got from IKEA, which I really liked. I've always really liked this unit. I meant to get it, and obviously now that she came along, it's given me an excuse to buy it. Most of these drawers are actually empty, because there is quite a lot of storage over here in this unit here, which is a I can't actually remember the name of this unit, but it's a brilliant unit. So you know, you've got lots and lots of storage in here, and that's pretty much all that she will need as a baby, right through to probably before she becomes a teenager, when she discovers clothes and things like that. And then this is just her bath, which I had nowhere else to put it. And this is this here is a unit that I meant to get rid of, but I just haven't gotten around to it. And then obviously her crib, but she doesn't sleep in here. And then this thing peeking out here is just the nappy bin, which I don't use, so it's empty at the moment. But I just shoved it here because there was nowhere else to put it. And then just over here is just a caddy with nappies in it, and a few toys. This is something that Ross's friend got us from Sri Lanka, which is, you know, really sweet of him. And then just over here is just my nail polish and things like that. Okay, and then just coming in here, so obviously her room is right next door. I do have a baby monitor, so no issues there in terms of listening or hearing her. So this is our bedroom. This is where we sleep. So our bedroom really is nothing special. Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty basic room. We just have, you know, pretty basic blue and white theme going on. And these units here I got from, well, there's another one over there, I got from TK Maxx, and yeah, the bed is from IKEA. So this is where baby Faith sleeps. This looks like there's dirt here, but there isn't. I don't know why that is showing up on camera really weirdly. But anyway, and then over here, something I wanted to show you guys was this is the scan that I had done when Faith was 8 weeks gestation, and you can see here like her arms and legs were just starting to form. So if I come in closer, you can just about see that her arms and legs were just starting to form, and that's her head there and that's her body. Excuse my fingernails, I do need to get around to doing those. Anyway, so yeah, when they showed it to me, and you know, she was like 6 millimeters or just under 6, yeah, about 6 millimeters. So you can imagine how tiny that is. And yeah, I kept this by my bedside the entire time because I was just praying that she would, you know, make it as she has done. And then down here I had a sleepyhead pillow or sleeper, I don't know what you call it, co-sleeper. And then so she's too kind of big for that now. So, and then these are my wardrobes, and these again are from IKEA. So we tend to live like quite a minimalist lifestyle. So we don't really have a lot of stuff, and we keep, you know, things very, very simple. Yeah, sorry, I digress. This is a mirror that was left by the previous owners, and you can see it's absolutely huge. It takes up most of that wall. I don't know how they got it into the house. It used to be against this wall here, where you can see a bit of the picture rail is missing. So it was kind of like situated there, and I had it moved over here. I do mean to close off that gap between the where the picture rail is missing, but I just never got around to it. But yeah, that's the end of the house tour. I have changed outfits because obviously the camera cut out, so I then had to start all over again. But yeah, that's the end of the vlog. If you have any questions, obviously leave them in the comment box, and I will try to reply. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.